said you want a bad one. Well, baby, I'm as bad as they come. Said you want a hot one. Yeah, you with the hottest under the sun. But be careful what you wish for. Make you eat your words. If I'm more than what you bargain for. Fun to flirt, but promise to deliver. Much is required. Cause look at what I'm giving you. You ain't really ready for real. You ain't even ready for real. You ain't really ready. Won't be faithful to someone ungrateful. I can't try to make you if you ain't you. You ain't really ready for real. You ain't even ready for real. You said you want a real one. Well, it don't get no realer than the realest one. Baby, can you handle it? If you really want it, better come get you some. But be careful what you wish for. Make you eat your words.
Ooh. Hey. Hello, everybody. I didn't might mean to be up here by myself. Why am I by myself? I want to be with my girls. Where my girls at? Front to back. She feeling that?
Hey,
Hello. My name is Kenny Love. I am here with Lighting It Up with Letitia and Monique 69 Ways Johnson. And guys, guess what? We are here to discuss Love and Marriage Huntsville Part 2, Season 9. I'm gonna go ahead and ask y'all, how do y'all feel about the episode? Mic check. Tell me how y'all feel, what you like, what you didn't like. Let me know what y'all think before we
Ooh-wee.
get the party started.
Well, I
Can y'all hear me
mean,
good? Y'all can hear me good?
yeah,
Okay.
yes. Can you hear me?
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
yeah, because you jumped out my mic last night, but go ahead.
Oh,
It was boring until we got an addendum. And now it's a lot to talk about.
Hmm.
a lot. So,
Ooh-wee.
Hmm.
the edited version it was lackluster at best, but the uncut version, oh yes, it's going down.
Yes, indeed.
So, come on in to the room.
Yeah. Come on in. Come on in.
Come on in.
Let us discuss this.
Bring it
Have a
on
That's
in.
seat.
the mess of a mess.
Okay.
Yes, yes. Because we got a lot of things to talk about, y'all. So with this episode, they started out with finishing up Mel and Kimmy's conversation about how they felt about what anybody want to guide us through that? Because I can't remember that part. That's why I'm stuttering. Anybody remember how it started, really started off? No?
With the who again? Say that
I think it was
that
Mel
name.
and Kimmy.
Can be a male. I mean, it
It's the
was good.
same thing from part one. It
Yeah.
was just replaying it. It was just weird. I'm like, didn't we
Mhm.
already seen this? Like,
The only
okay.
thing I will say, it does seem like whenever they get called to the carpet and they have to have a conversation with Mel. It does seem like they got called into the principal's office. So while
Mhm.
Mel was talking about that's not true, that's not true, it is true. So maybe you didn't have a meeting a year where y'all came, even though I do feel like they kind of did, but it always seemed like when she had discussions with them that it was kind of like she was checking them or whatever. It was like very principal, student, teacher, student. Um,
When what seasons are they? Because this can't be every season. Because it was a season where she was like she isolated herself from the group.
No, I'm talking about like this season and last season too. I
Oh,
mean, there's been a couple of times where it's been
okay.
like, okay, and
But
I
they made
wasn't.
it seem like every year. I'm like,
Nah, I don't think so. I think it was when when they really weren't getting along, and like you said, she was isolating herself, and they weren't getting along. So it was like, what kind of show are y'all gonna have if nobody
and I
wants to
think that's
film with
when
each other?
Carlos came in. He said I had to pull him in and have a meeting.
Hmm.
So it was just about. I guess it wasn't about her. It was about the group as a collective because everybody is like divided.
Hmm. But I'm just speaking of their interaction and
Oh
how
yeah.
they've had a couple of conversations where it did seem like it wasn't a conversation peer to peer. It seemed like it was an authority versus a subordinate. That's how it seemed to me in some of their conversations. So,
Well, I know with Trish definitely gave that,
mhm.
but anybody else?
Yeah, she's been like that with Tisha. She's been like that. She was like that with Kimmy. This the first conversation that they had. It's always like that. That's just in my opinion, Melody's demeanor is just very much like that. They don't talk as friends anymore. Now, back in the day, very much so. Friends, they could be peer to peer, but it did not seem that way these last few seasons to me. Hey, Demarcus. Hey, Richie B.
Yeah, it definitely is a change. I mean, a lot has happened, like you said. So
Yeah, I agree. And I know later on in the next episode they showed us a preview where Mel goes do her little nail rant antics, acting like Nail, but Nail is talking about Mel like Mel is the queen of the show. She's just got to fall in line, blah blah blah. That's how it's always, not always, but that's how it's been portrayed for the most of it. It's like Mel is the queen bee, fall in line, do what she say, do, or it's like get in line or get gone. Not the entire time, but it can be made to feel that way when you put all the social media stuff in with it. That makes it a little bit more heavier with the male is the queen, male is this, male is that.
I mean,
And
that's the fan base of the whole show. That's not just Melody. It's just the fan base of it all. And then who really putting that out? It could be the production making it seem that way to the other
mhm,
cast members. So it's like
yeah.
if
Uh,
if if they say Mel saying that, then I'd be like, yo, what the? And then I'm looking at her. But if it's like other people, other factors that push her up on that pedestal, then I'm looking at them.
okay. And the next part was Kimmy and no, somebody help me.
Nail and Mel.
Nell and Mel. Oh my God. Okay, Nell and Mel. For me, if my mother is on her deathbed, if she's leaving this earth and we are in hospice and we only have a matter of time to get XYZ done, I think my girlfriend would know that, right? And I don't think she would call me hollering and screaming in the phone saying, hey, come talk to me, come pick me off the floor, come love on me. I can't see that being done. So was your mother really dying at the time? Because I can't see anybody with the smallest amount of common sense or heart will allow you to leave your mother if your mother is on her exit. I can't see that. So Nell be putting a lot of stank on it, and I don't think it be what she say it is. And I might be not being sensitive enough. I don't know because I haven't had to experience that, so I don't know. But just from what I see and what I've heard and what I've seen, even with my own grandmother, ain't nobody finna leave their family to go rub somebody back because a man cheating on
I
them.
just, for me, when it comes to Nell and the mom said she couldn't, when Chris said she could have been had to spend time with her mom, I think and then Nell getting emotional about it, I think it just misplaced anger because she's mad at herself for not being there.
Mm-hmm.
She regret her decision for being there for Mel and Martell. That's what it's given
Definitely.
because you ain't, that's not Mel fault. You volunteer. You chose to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I guess she thinking about it now since her mom is gone. Thinking about it now, and she probably regrets some decisions of doing that. And yeah,
Yeah, I
And
agree. I think that
wait a minute, Letitia. Her
mhm.
mom passed in 2019. She get up in 2024.
she
that
said, I don't
see
think
what I'm
she dealt
saying.
with it.
listen, my thought was, Nell, you can't blame Melody for your actions and how it affect your mom the same way Melody can't blame Maurice and how it affected her grandmother for that
Right.
DUI. They're not responsible for those things. Now, I feel like as her friend, Mel could have been a little bit more sensitive to it in the conversation, I suppose, because
Mm-hmm.
she did seem hurt, by it. And I think there's two things can be true. I think one, we're not responsible for other people's emotions. But at the same time, we could be a little bit more sensitive because, like, she didn't have to laugh in her face when Nell brought it up when we watched it on the actual show. Because the truth was, we as an audience saw that you and Fletcher were indeed spending time and counseling them as a couple. So don't
Mm-hmm.
make it seem as if she didn't spend any time with y'all. She did, and I
Mm-hmm.
think she took it to heart. I think she felt good about the fact that y'all were calling on them as the seasoned couple and stuff like that, whatever. And she could have just been a little bit more sensitive, but she is still not. Melody is not responsible for
That part.
her
Mm-hmm.
mama's death or her mama's being ill or her mom or even her feelings
Mm-hmm.
about her. That's you absolutely right, Monique. I feel like she feel guilty. That's your
Yeah.
own
Hmm.
guilt talking, girl.
Yeah. She's guilt tripping.
That
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have anything to do with
Mm-hmm.
anybody else. And I
Yeah.
thought that too, Candy, too, when I read that, I was like, why, how did she, if she passed in 19, how was that,
A little bit.
that
Yeah.
time frame seemed off
Mm.
in
I
I
don't
terms,
know.
think she never dealt with the grief part. I think she's like, okay, she passed, but she never really dealt with her feelings. And you see how she liked to take 6 weeks, so she took like 4 or 5 years to deal with these emotions.
And
So
I
I'm
and
not
then I think it's
surprised.
coming up now because it's the you were not my mentor. So if you're telling me I'm not your mentor, I got out my bed. I mean, I left my mother's deathbed to mentor you. Don't discount what I was doing. Maybe that's the problem because it's been you were not my mentor. Because why y'all bring it
It's
up
two
last
things
season
can
and
be
season
true for
before
me,
that?
Candy. Child.
True indeed. It can be. It can be. You're right. But let me speak to everybody because I see we go down a rabbit hole and let me speak to everybody.
Hmm.
Hey Richie B, thank you for coming through. Hey, DeMarcus Govon, as Detroit says, thank you for coming through. We have some people from Twitch. Hey. Thank y'all for coming through. Harold Cordero, thank you for coming through. Natasha Jack 666. Hey. Nita the Diva. Nita, you want the link? Since you
Hey,
didn't get to
Nita
come up
girl.
last time. If you want the link, I'll send it to you. Let's see. Where we at? To tell you the truth, I really think it was Martell who put the Fletchers up to counseling him and Melody in an attempt to convince Mel child listen. Yeah, yeah. But my thing is, what was Nell mentoring Mel to do? Like, were you mentoring Mel to be like you, or what? Because
Yikes. Um, that don't work for everybody. So
no, I mean, but they definitely spent time with them and trying to talk to them through
oh
their
yeah,
problems.
without
Because
a doubt.
remember,
But I wouldn't be surprised if they throw themselves into their stuff because they have been through it. And Martell is quick to always trying to tell what Mel is doing to him and not the other way around. So I wouldn't be surprised if Martell draw them into their situation. And then Mel didn't have no choice but to sit there and listen to the ones who went through it, I guess. I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Hey, Steven.
I just hate the mentor and counsel and stuff like that. It was just like, girl.
Yeah, and she took that shit to heart. Like, why are we harping on that so much? Like, did you got paperwork in that? Like, you don't want nobody to discount what you've been doing because you
I'm
didn't
like,
pay
I
for
ain't
it?
know they was
I need to
licensed.
know.
I'm like, what's going on? Because you chose to do that. It's one thing to be friends to someone, like it's a good friend, but it's like, yeah, like they have an office set up for counseling. I don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
Or mentorship. I
Okay.
mean, I didn't like how Melody laughed at it. Like it
Yeah,
was that was kind of hurtful. But
yeah.
yeah. So
I don't
I
think
just
so.
think they
And
was just
ain't
friends.
wrong with that either, Harold. If she's one of the ones that believe in stand by your man, I hear you.
Ain't nothing
And
wrong
that
with
ain't
it.
for everybody. But
That's what I
Martell,
just said.
oh, I
But
didn't hear you. I'm
also,
sorry. I didn't hear it. I was in there texting Nita.
yeah, but
Um.
Yeah.
also she left and came back.
Mhm. Mhm.
So Nell did leave. She dealt with it, and then they
She said
came
she left
back
about like
in.
a year, right? She was like
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
year or something. So
that's why I was wondering how they were counting 30. I'm like, is it really 30? Is it 31? I mean, did they
What?
$29.
not
Well, they
that
didn't get
1 year?
divorced. They just separated.
Right,
So I guess they still was married
but she
technically.
worked. She worked through it. Although,
Mhm.
anyway, I ain't
Because
even
I
gonna.
think they said he moved to all the way to Atlanta, but I mean, go off. Hmm. Need to say it's always
Went
something
to
to take you back.
Atlanta.
Okay, she acting like heavily.
Hey, Steven.
Melody is discounting the work they did together. Don't downplay what we did because you mad now. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And if it was something that to be done, because who knows? Like Mel was saying, y'all were really counseling him, not really me, because
But
I'm
she benefited, and she was there,
yeah, yeah.
and because she
What did
turned,
she
she turned up.
benefited though?
She
The
benefited
listening
because
ear?
well, I'm just saying she. I mean, she was listening. She attended. She back there tearing up their
I mean,
backyard.
if they in the same
Hmm.
house, she ain't got no choice to attend. But only time I had to say that it displayed it when they went to their house that time she threw that glass and she had them terrible braid wig on. So yeah, she
Baby,
attended.
wasn't that blonde wig
Ooh,
hot,
that was just terrible.
stinking,
That's when they was
I
going
think
through the
she was.
divorce.
I know, but I think she was prepping it for waves or something. Ah,
Letitia,
that's so funny.
mute yourself. Someone prepping for some ways. Nah.
No, I do. I think she was. I thought it was
No.
big. That
You trying to get the
Okay,
crinkle effect, but it didn't look. No, she had it on for a
okay.
good minute. Nah,
okay,
mm-mm.
okay, girl.
I concede.
Mhm. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well, speaking of nail, I mean, can we get on the nail and destiny
Hmm.
thing? Because,
Yes.
child,
Go right on ahead.
ma'am, stop. You know what? I'm very disappointed in Destiny. Y'all know I used to ride for Destiny. That was my girl. I always felt like she was just misunderstood. And it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And she up here lying, talking about she not 42. Man, we know you're 42. It was on your mugshot. Um, your birthday's in April. You turned 42 in April, and this reunion was filmed in October, ma'am. Why are you lying? You're grown.
yeah, I didn't like. Yeah, that was just Destiny girl. Yeah, girl, you looked real
Child, I've been muted. I'm
stupid
sitting here talking. I'm sitting here talking mad. You born in
because
1982. Girl, you grown. Yeah, you grown. You are. But you born in 1982. You real
I
grown.
guess
Stop
she didn't like
playing.
when Neil said no 9. He's 33.
I mean, and stand in it. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yes,
If
bitch,
that's
you
what it
old,
is,
you old girl.
if that's what
I'm
it is, let
playing.
it be. Like, child, go
I'm
And
like,
somewhere.
I
girl, you 42. You look good. I mean, she's not an ugly woman.
right,
Hmm.
and I'm like, girl,
I just don't
why
like
are
the
you,
wig. But yeah,
Mm,
or the
but why are
dress.
you giving this much energy just to a jump off anyway? Like this man is not your man.
mm-hmm,
I don't care
mm-hmm,
what nobody say.
mm-hmm,
They are not. They're dating
I agree.
and
mm-hmm.
they're laying
They
down.
were dating. I don't know if they're doing it
In a
now.
relationship.
Exactly.
You don't care that about that man. Which is why if I was them,
Oh, Nita, he's gonna
you
kick her
know,
out the tourist game.
I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they kicked her out.
Hmm?
Kicked her out.
Who?
Oh, they kicked Destiny out. I'm assuming.
Uh, I know Kim Party kicked her out already, and now Nita said we kicking her out of the tourist game because she's a
Oh,
tourist.
Taurus, you mean the sign. I'm like,
Yeah,
what
it's
the
fine.
hell? Child, listen, I was so confused. I'm like, what kicked out of what?
Mm, mm, mm.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh, Heavenly Father, keep me on the cross.
So now Nell is looking like, girl, I don't. Before I felt like I would be proud to be her mother-in-law. So I was like, where do we? Well, how do we get to mother-in-law, ma'am? But
Because
anyway,
because they had an event they went to. I guess that was not on camera, and they were just talking about it and stuff like that. And
And they'll need to be quiet by ages because she don't want nobody to know how old she is. So,
I was
girl,
about to say the
hush.
same thing. I was
Shut
like,
your face.
well, now
Shut it up
he said,
now.
y'all gonna stop saying that I'm older or old.
Mm-hmm.
She said
Mhm.
I ain't that much older than y'all. I'm like, Nell, stop. When it comes to Melody, she's still in her 30s.
Mm-hmm.
You are older.
Ooh-wee. Yeah, what Miss Nell said, listen, I don't know
Oh,
now
she's
because I
a
feel like I have
hyper
to get to
Taurus.
know Destiny more than I did.
Right. I was like, ooh, not the girl. I guess Nell was like, I don't like how you moving. So like, like,
Uh-oh. Lady Taurus in the building. She say what now? She say what? What?
They
child.
picked out another Lady Taurus because they said no Destiny.
Mm.
But yeah, I agree with you, Monique. Like, girl, you got some nerve anyway. You wanna blast it, put Destiny on blast about her age, but now see, you'd have been mad if she'd have brought up Lexi
Mm-hmm.
at that reunion. Why you trying to blast somebody? Y'all ain't said
Right.
one diggity do that word about Lexi. And Miss Nell a liar too, because last season, off season, she was saying, "Oh, that's all going to be addressed," because she wouldn't address it once Lexi came out and did that interview. She
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't address it, but she did say it would be addressed on the next season. Now we 2 seasons past that interview, and still not one mention of Lexi.
They ain't gonna mention Lexi. They're not gonna mention her. That's embarrassment. They don't want that on them.
Right.
That looks bad. And that looks terrible on Chris as a father, as a man. Child, the way I don't even want to go down there because this ain't even about that. But go on to the next thing, Claudia.
Okay, what's next? Sunny. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she looked good. I loved her hair, her makeup. I don't know
Her
about her
hair looked
dress.
good, but it still didn't have that forehead of hers. But yeah, it looked better than all other times on the show.
And
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
that.
mean,
It was
yeah,
the one hairstyle she had at the bachelorette party. That was cute. That was only two times she ever had cute hairstyles. This reunion and at the bachelorette party. To me,
I agree. I agree.
but the
I
You
dress
know
part
what?
in the chest area looked kind of
She has
out
real
of
big
whack.
breasts and they don't know how to fit
Right.
for big boobs. And they not
Talking about them
working with it.
Fashion Nova dresses.
Baby, whoever, whatever, how
that's what
you
it
do or
looked like.
whatever dress, they don't do the boobies right. They need to get the dress too big, take it in where it need to be taken in and be done with it. Versus having all your top jiggling, girl, contain that, please,
Her
please
makeup
and
was
thank
good.
you.
Her hair was good, but that dress,
Mm-hmm.
no, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah. Um,
The color itself looked good on her, though. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it looked good on Destiny too. Psych.
But let me
Um,
tell y'all what though, I don't care how bad this heifer, and we done tag this lady all season.
Sunny was
Destiny
just there.
be
She was so nonchalant
She
about
was
it. She was like,
plain. She didn't
uh huh.
care. But Destiny been looking like a dime every time. And you crying behind this lady that it looked like she finna go clean, wipe down toilets every day, all day, every day. And you looking like the millionaire, well, the hundred
Yeah, she was
thousandaire
pressed
wife.
like a panini for real. I don't know why
But
Destiny so pressed.
you looking one way, and y'all need to switch sides because you should be looking like the lady that's wiping down, okay? And not
you know
the way you
what?
be looking. But
Listen.
anyway.
So, well, they brought her on, and of
Mm-hmm.
course, they bring up what happens. And Sunny was like, she was mad because Destiny would go on her podcast every week and talk about her and Moses. Destiny says, Carlos, you review your show on Messy Mondays. I review my show on my podcast. What's
I
the
didn't even
big
know
deal?
she had a podcast. That's the crazy part.
She got
Well,
a
she
YouTube channel just
does.
like I do.
And guess what? Sonny was pressed enough to be watching it. Well, maybe somebody told her. I'm sure people was
Mm-hmm.
probably sending her stuff. So she found out. So she was talking. She was mad. But my thing, same thing I said last week. I will never respect how Sunny was moving because baby, just own what you did. I don't care what you say. You was wrong. Moses was wrong. Just say that stuff and just and keep it moving. Apologize. You can only apologize enough. If she didn't accept your apology, well, so be it. I mean, it is what it is. But you acting indignant and getting an attitude about stuff when she has the right to have an attitude too. I don't get it. But I also don't get Destiny, girl, let it go. Let her have that jailbird. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. He was not good for you. Clearly, and then Sunny made a comment to Destiny talking about some, yeah, he wouldn't come and support you to come to the show. No, ma'am. Destiny was like, okay, why would you risk your freedom? And you let him. That's why he in jail now. Why would you let him risk his so he could be on TV?
Well, I don't know. I wasn't there, so maybe they told him he could go one time. He kept going.
Hmm.
Well, why he in jail then?
That's what I'm saying. Like sometimes, like they probably give you permission to do one thing, but you do it another time, you can also get caught up. They only told you that one time you can go across
Yeah,
state
but
line.
I doubt it. Hitting this state line
If
and
you
you
tell
on
if you
probation.
tell if it's for a work thing,
Right.
that's different. But yeah, so
Mm-mm.
um. All right, let's move on to Trish. Y'all finished with that?
yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry.
there's nothing to
We
talk
can move
about
on to Trisha Ken
because
because we got bigger fish to fry.
Yes, indeed. Okay. Trish.
Trish and Ken come out, and wait a minute. Let me do this right quick before I do that. Trish,
wrong chat. You just send it to.
I did.
Yep.
What I said? I'm taking food out of the oven.
Uh,
Yeah.
What you say?
I did. I put in the. I thought I put in the
Oh, you
private
did
chat.
put it in pressure. Yeah.
I'm like, hold on a minute
I
now.
thought
Don't
you was
get.
talking to Dallas. I'm like,
Oh
oh,
no, I'm like, don't do me that. Okay, so we have Ken and Trish come out. Trish looked like she going to a cucaracha quinceañera party. I don't know who told her. Anyway, y'all did y'all like their outfit? Ken looked like Jolly Green Giant, and Trish like she was finna go to a quinceañera. What y'all thoughts?
I
trash.
liked it. I liked it.
You
I
liked
thought,
it.
I thought her dress was pretty.
Oh.
That color looked really good on her.
It
What
looked like
about
she
her
And
could be in
hair?
a strip joint. She that like she can go to the same strip joint that Mia talking about she was at with her ball gowns and stuff.
she wasn't it wasn't salacious or anything.
It
It
was
was just
ugly.
one strap. I thought it was pretty. I thought her makeup was pretty. I mean, I'm not a fan of the hair color, but it was not.
The hair threw me off. I'm not gonna hold you.
The hair was too blonde. It was
It was too.
It didn't
bleach
look
Yeah.
good
blonde.
on the show. It definitely didn't look good on the reunion stage.
Mm-mm.
It was that
It,
color was not. That was not right.
It's a
But I
no
thought
go.
the dress was pretty. I thought it
I
was.
like the color.
Yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous color. And I thought it looked good on her. The
That's
color.
about it.
beautiful gowns,
Uh,
beautiful
That's all I
gowns.
got. I like the color.
I wasn't. Well, I mean, I wasn't mad that Ken's jacket matched her dress. I mean,
I mean, some of the couples on there was matching, so I'm not mad at they matching.
yeah, he could have won. I don't. I don't care for. I wish he had. I wish he had went lighter for his shirt as opposed to the dark color.
Oh, I wasn't looking. I wasn't paying attention to his shirt. I just remember the jacket and pants
Ken
and
has a
shoes.
nice muscular frame, so he has the ability to look really nice in a suit jacket. And I feel like they two people, they just
Yeah, as
very
long as it's
different.
not tight,
Yeah,
too tight. I should say.
yeah.
Yeah. Other than that,
Oh,
yeah,
Harold was
Mm-mm-mm.
standing up in the back. Harold. Oh Lord.
not too
Okay.
stiff, Harold.
The chat is not liking. They was not feeling Trisha's look. The chat
Mm-mm.
is like, good night.
Yeah, everything was a dud. Like, no, girl, what are we doing?
Oh, y'all are mean.
It was like a broom, like broomsticks. Like, no, ma'am.
On
Mm-mm.
she probably
Lord have
if she
mercy.
had a stylist, man, they did her wrong.
They did her. Ken did her wrong. Ken
She
did her wrong. 'Cause he should
was
have had her looking like that. He know that ain't look right on her.
child.
Nita say every time you shake your head, yeah, you mean no. I can't stand when people do that. Yeah, no. Which one is it? Bob, you just a bobblehead right now. Okay. All right. So Martell playing jokes, joking about he slept with Trish. Trish did not make enough noise for me, in my opinion. I needed Trish to get up and get ready to go swing on this Negro. That's what I had needed her to do because you ain't finna lie about you done been up in somewhere you ain't been. You ain't finna lie about you done touch some, you done sniff some. You ain't finna do none of that. You ain't finna play on my top. And then my man up here and we on TV, you're not finna do me like that. So for her to allow, and I'm gonna say this is what they showed us, for her to allow him to do that and not say anything immediately, because she had a small response like, huh? No, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. Because I done lied about this already. You ain't finna tell the damn truth and play and be lying on me. You're not finna do that. No.
I would have been like, you a bold face lie
Yeah,
so
you
quick.
were. I would have had to get up. I would have had to stand up. Like, no, I don't care. My corns and bunions was hurting. I would have had to get up on him because you're not finna play with me like that. No, no,
But wasn't
no.
it? But it was completely shocking when he blurted that out like that. I
Mm-mm.
remember gasping, like, "What the?" And then it was a
I ain't
silence,
gassed. I'm looking at everybody's face like,
and then it was complete silence, and then all of a sudden he was like, "No, I'm just playing." I was like, "No, you was telling the truth." And Ken was like, "It's not funny." No, it's not funny
you're
because
not
you're
funny.
telling the truth. Uh,
Mm-mm.
nah. Oh, that's crazy. Embarrassing.
So that's it. That's it. Y'all got no more thoughts on it?
It was a to be continued off that. Like,
Okay.
that's where it kind of ended for the edited version of this episode of part two
Yes.
reunion.
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
So
No, Marquis said we don't. I don't think he was lying either. I think he blurted that to be funny, but sometimes cracking is facting. Ain't that what they say? You be saying just playing, just joking or whatever, but you really not.
Yes, Nita. In every joke, there's a hint of truth. Okay.
yeah, it was too calm. Like, no, you ain't finna play on me like that. No, To my hold a minute. Okay, all right, all right. We slept together. What? And then Ken was like, that ain't funny. But sir, you're funny. You're the joke. Cause why are we here?
Right.
Why are we here, Ike? Ken, you funny. I understand that was mad disrespectful for real, for real. But Trish wouldn't be playing with me like that. Trish wouldn't play with me like that.
Ken,
Mhm.
yeah, Ken he's a dummy. He's stupid. He just want to be on the show. That's it. That's all.
You heard what Melody said.
Mm-hmm.
Her ex will sleep with anything with legs.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But notice she did not specify.
She
Moving
did not
on.
say anything with a hole. She said anything with legs.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I caught it.
Mm-hmm. I say
Mhm.
yes, ma'am. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he's a whole joke. Ken is a
Mm-hmm.
whole joke for real. Uh,
Oh,
hate to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not gonna see it next season. So
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
if I run across a clip, that's be it. Other than that, they not getting a view from me. I'm over this show.
same, same.
Candy. I'm over it.
Demarcus said, "Would y'all watch Love and Marriage Huntsville if Destiny was not on the show? Destiny is the entertainment of the show."
Wait,
Hell
who
Listen,
said
no.
that? Say that. Wait, say that. What?
Demarcus said that, but listen, my
Where he
thing,
said that at?
we
Right.
already, if you scroll down a little bit, we already watched it without Destiny. She was not here
Mm-hmm.
last season. But
Mm-hmm.
second of all, speaking of Destiny,
Right. Speaking of Destiny, um, and I'm somebody gonna come up if she got I sent her the restream link. I don't think she ever had restream, but I'm gonna go ahead. Um, yeah. Speaking of,
Speaking of,
Speak on it.
speaking of,
Who we got in the chat? So make sure everybody has hit the like button, subscribe to our channels, and share
yeah,
it out
yeah.
if you like what's going on. Let's see.
Yes, because it's about to get real.
Why did my cousin just text me and say no on that cheap ass dress that Trish had on?
Okay.
See,
Hey, Nikki.
even cuz had to like,
Rude,
girl, what you talking about?
rude,
Ain't
rude.
Okay. So let
no
me try to get
special
it.
guest needed. Special guest is Stormy. And
Oh,
all that special.
child.
She was already on there. I mean, she it's right for her to show up because she was at the season 8 or A, whatever they want to call
Mm-hmm.
it,
Hmm.
and she was at the beginning of the second half, and then she had to dip out after 2 episodes.
But it was secret to me because remember I asked y'all. I was like, "Who was this secret guest?"
You
I
forgot
forgot
Mm-hmm.
all
about
about
Stormy?
Stormy.
That's I'm
I
like,
forgot.
Kiki is no longer here with us,
Right.
so
Mm-hmm.
Stormy is the next person. We know it ain't
But I knew it was Stormy by
Tiffany.
the
She
by
ain't been
that
on the
by
show
that
in
dress she had on with that child. That dress is hideous.
Ooh.
I can get a good look at it, so I won't know.
Yeah, I've
Oh, you
seen the
saw the
real
back.
picture of it.
Obviously, I saw the
You did?
back.
It got a whole braid down the front of it.
What?
Oh, I had to see this dress,
It
baby.
like that dress that should have been in Karen Hugo swimming pool. Oh, here we go.
Lord.
Here she go. Here she go.
Hear me?
Come on up.
Hey, Richie B.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey.
Hey guys.
How you
So,
Hey.
doing?
guys, this is Richie
Good.
B. I met her on another content creators channel, and she has her own channel.
Mm-hmm.
But she's a Philadelphia. Uh, I ain't mad. I ain't mad. I ain't mad. Because
What
it wasn't
you
the
mean you
Cowboys.
ain't
I
mad?
mean, they
Philly,
won. They won, honey.
Philly did their
Yes,
thing.
go birds. What you talking about? My voice is hoarse.
I know. You out there in the streets of Philly, y'all still partying, huh?
Well, not today, but yeah, last night.
Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and play the clip. Have you ever heard the clip of Destiny and them on the show? The what didn't make the show?
No.
Okay. All
So
right.
where does this come on at?
So I guess OWN had it out there for everybody to have it. Once Melody made
Oh.
her exit statement about leaving, and then being the word groomed being used in the synopsis, and she not being asked if it was true or not, she made a point to say, okay, that sounds like, sound like some lawsuit. She didn't say lawsuit, but sound like something
Mm-hmm.
going on. So of course they took it out, but she did not everybody, all the people that had it took it out except for the Philo, the app Philo, whoever that is. I don't know who they with. Is it like Tubi or somebody like that? I don't know. But
It's
Philo did
an app.
not.
It's a
It's an
cable
app.
app. It's a
Okay,
cable app.
Philo was
Actually,
not able
cable
to remove
channels.
it, or they did us a favor. They came in the clutch and did not remove it. And now we have the actual part of the episode that was taken out of the episode, because you could tell that it was cut up. So, oh, you actually watched it on Philo, Monique?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I
See, I,
got
I watched it
follow.
on. Okay. See, listen, Philo had people wanting to go ahead and sign up for it. They want to see it in real time, child. But I'm
Like
gonna go
we
ahead
said,
and
we is
play.
not taking nothing now. We gonna the original
Mm-mm.
cut.
So hopefully
Good.
we can hear it.
As much as you have to pay for Philo,
Uh-oh.
I think they probably should play the whole thing.
I thought
Shoot.
follow was free. Maybe I got it
Only for
wrong.
maybe a month or whatever, but like theirs is like it's like $25
Oh,
something.
I'm thinking about Pluto.
Well, you get a lot of channels for $25. The good
True,
channels.
if you watch
Okay.
it.
Sling
Y'all ready?
TV ain't giving that up.
Can y'all hear it?
I'm back. Did you miss me?
Yeah.
How you been? You look good. Thank you. I've been pretty good. I can't. I mean, under the circumstances, you got a little gut punch with the ex, but that was tough. I'm just happy to still be able to have my sanity. Yeah, 100%. After all the stuff that I've been through, this is what I need right here. A whole bottle of Inez. You don't want that. I do. I actually stopped drinking somewhere. No. You're the only one that's procreating out here. I had like a little dinner with Mabel. Maybe something at all.
Okay, I'm gonna fast forward a little bit because I'm not sure exactly, but I don't know.
And I apologize to your mother publicly, and I want to move forward with that. Is that accepted? No. I can acknowledge your pain, but you can't acknowledge mine. What we doing, Destiny? We're making candles. Okay. Since you know I'm starting my own candle line, well, home fragrance line, and the candle.
Is that better? Y'all hear it better?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay. All right. Nita said it was low. Okay. Can you hear it?
It was initially, then you turned it got louder.
The first line, so. Thank y'all so much.
No sound. Did you mute yourself?
Congratulations. Keep going. Much for coming out. This brand is about resilience. It's about not ever giving up on yourself. And what they say, keep going, keep pushing, and live out your dreams. Way to come back, Destiny. Congratulations. Thank you. How does it feel to be back on this show? It feels good most days. So, what made you want to resume filming? I felt like my story was unfinished. Well, let's be clear. We still know nothing. So, people like...
Okay. So, one thing, I do apologize. This video is courtesy of Brown Skin Girl. She is a content creator. So, if you all have not subscribed to her, please go ahead and do so. But this is from Brown Skin Girl's page. She's a YouTuber. So, Destiny... Okay. No problem. Yes, you go ahead. So Destiny said she came back and she's better than ever. What are your thoughts, guys?
Well,
no?
Okay, girl.
Nobody asked her to come back, to be honest.
They did.
Well, I disagree. I wanted her to come back. I was glad she was back initially.
If this the way she came back by the alley hoop of forehead and jailbird, then no.
But we didn't know it at first. So
she's been talking about it on outlets.
So
I didn't even know who these people were.
I'm just saying I wanted her to come back. I was glad
okay. Oh yeah, you. We know you a Destiny Rider.
Whatever.
Destiny Rider over there. She a Destiny Rider, y'all.
What did she just say? I couldn't really hear.
No, you was.
She was saying that she came back and that her story is unfinished. But we didn't learn nothing.
I would say we didn't learn nothing.
Yeah.
We didn't even see your divorce. We didn't even know you was going through a divorce. She was so focused writing on Mel and Martell stuff. I didn't even know she had nothing going on.
Yeah, because what story?
I just know she was married, she was divorced, she had a baby.
So was the rest of her story the groom thing she was talking about?
Oh, we finna play that right now.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Kimmy, felt that you weren't as vulnerable and didn't give a lot to the show that you were on the many years that you were on the show. Yeah, I can say there were times that I didn't give and I wasn't in the space to give. I honestly had to do a lot of healing for real to be able to come out and be vulnerable and be a better version of myself. And Kimmy, how do you feel about Destiny's return? When you were filming with her, did you see a difference than the last time? Absolutely. Maybe I didn't think through the fact that she had some healing to do to be able to, open up and give. But whatever that time frame was allotted to her, it's been definitely better. Definitely. So you and Martell are very close. When you were not doing the show, did you and Martell maintain the friendship even off season? I maintained the friendship with everybody during off season. People assume that you and Martell are more than friends. And you made a comment on the show that you could have been involved in a threesome between Martell, Melody, and you. Did Martell and Melody proposition you for a threesome? I wouldn't say it was a proposition. I wouldn't say it was a proposition. I wouldn't say it was a proposition. It was just a lot of conversations about certain things and acts that have happened, and yeah.
What? Okay. All right. So, thoughts on her saying, I wouldn't say it was a proposition. So, girl, what are you talking about? How can you think y'all gonna have a threesome if they never said that to you?
That didn't make no sense to me.
Okay.
I'm not gonna hold you. That didn't make no sense. It was so draining. I'm like, say what?
Is it possible for you to play that little piece when he asked her? Can you play that one more time? Because she
Okay.
tends to talk in riddles and like technicality. So I want to hear, because when he asked her about, are you friends with Martell, she said, I'm friends with everybody. Like she does stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to hear
Yeah.
what exactly she said again.
Okay.
To her, it's been definitely better. I can say there were times that I didn't give and I wasn't in the space to give. I honestly had to do a lot of healing for real to be able to come out and be vulnerable and be a better version of myself.
And Kimmi, how do you feel about Destiny's return? When you were filming with her, did you see a difference than the last time?
Absolutely. Maybe I didn't think through the fact that she had some healing to do to be able to, open up and give. But whatever that time frame was allotted to her, it's been definitely better. Definitely.
So you and Martell are very close. When you were not doing the show, did you and Martell maintain the friendship even off season?
I maintained the friendship with everybody during off season.
Girl. Okay. All right. So you heard that part, Richie?
I heard the Martell part.
About okay. All right.
But what did she say? I didn't hear what she said about the threesome thing.
She made a kept a friendship with everybody in the off season.
Oh.
I just answer the question.
Well, when he said, what about the threesome? She said, go ahead. Play it.
It hadn't got to that part yet. I don't think.
Okay.
And you made a comment on this show that you could have been involved in a threesome between Martell, Melody, and you. Did Martell and Melody proposition you for a threesome?
I wouldn't say it was a proposition. I wouldn't say it was a proposition. I wouldn't say it was a proposition. It was just a lot of conversations about certain things and acts that have happened, and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What is? Go ahead.
How you gonna say something was not a proposition, but you gonna say that you could have had? Letitia?
And she said certain things that have happened. So what happened?
They're gonna get to it, but we're gonna just But thoughts on just her saying that she could have, but what are you talking about?
When she first said that, she made it seem like they'd asked her and that it was going to be the three of them. And then when she continued the conversation, which I know you're going to play, it was like she was acting like she was uncomfortable about it, staying over their house. And all, it was some BS. Because, first of all, when you finally admitted that it wasn't between them two, well, then why are you in married people's business? If she wanted to have a threesome with her husband, this married woman and her husband wants to bring somebody else in there, it's their damn business. So what? And if it wasn't you, why are you worried about it? Why did you bring it up? Why did you act like they were trying to make you their number three? And anyway, okay, no, we
just keep going. I ain't gonna say nothing until we get to that part.
Yeah, just keep going.
I can't recall none of that. Why are you smiling from ear to ear? I'm a smiler.
Can you try to elaborate? Because I don't know. You don't remember the conversation?
Destiny Melody would like you to elaborate because she has no idea what you're talking about.
One of the conversations I will address is.
There's been more than one?
Yes.
Uh-oh. So.
That there would have been more openness to a threesome had Martell stopped cheating with.
That's a lie straight from hell.
That's a lot. No, no.
Did you on your back porch? That conversation was had at your house. A threesome between the three of y'all or between? That she was open to threesomes with Martell. Had he stopped cheating with? No, but you good. No. No, but you good. No. That was a conversation, but I feel like why we keep talking about this? Y'all talked about how y'all were in a hotel room and y'all started having.
Okay, but not with you though. So what are you talking about? This girl is banana. She is bonkers.
She
She is,
feel like if
No wonder
since
her
they
and
having
Martell like
threesomes,
this.
yeah, they're delusional. Like what the hell?
The next part is the part that pissed me off.
I just I couldn't.
That ain't
She
even stirring the pot, Demarcus. That's throwing in a bunch of shit. That ain't even stirring the pot.
no, that's creating buzzwords.
Yes,
She
that's
playing these
you.
buzzword game, these trigger
Mm-hmm.
words, and I'm not down with that ish.
Mm-hmm.
Can
Because
we
that's
play it?
that's like me saying I felt like he was gonna grape me. I felt like that. How you felt like somebody was gonna
it's
do something to you?
it's also like when she said that she asked me how to teach her how to respectfully cheat, which she didn't come out and ask you that. She just wanted you to go. You she was asking the girl area what they were doing. That's not teaching her how to respectfully cheat. That's trying to find out
Right.
what's going on with your husband,
Mm-hmm.
with the
Yeah,
with
they
the
just
what he
they
out
just
here doing.
like Nita said, word salad. They're just playing with it. They're just making too much. They're just doing too much. So
Yeah,
I'm a
I don't like it. Yeah, they just piss
mm-hmm.
me off. My thing is, if you felt that way, why are you saying sorry, I love you, and want to be sitting next to her? If this is how you felt the whole dang on time about Melody or trying to groom you and doing that stuff, why are you trying to be friends with somebody who's doing that? Why?
If
And
Martell
why you
did
not
it,
put that, like, why you did not say that when y'all went to the ladies trip? Because if somebody was doing that to me, I would not be friends with them, and I would be on your head top every time. If you
Mm-hmm.
really felt that way, if that really happened.
And while you was fighting to sit beside her, Sunny, I mean, what's that girl name? Stormy was sitting beside her. That's my seat, bitch. What? How that's your seat? I don't understand her. I don't understand it. I don't. Let me hit play.
Sex and your that was a conversation, but I feel like why we keep talking about this? Y'all talked about how y'all were in a hotel room and y'all started having sex and your in the bed next to you.
Who talked about that? I'm sorry. Who had a conversation about something like that?
Y'all had a conversation with me about that.
I ain't had no conversation with you about that
Of course
at
you
all.
haven't.
No, I have not.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I have not.
Okay.
No.
Martell, is that true? Whenever there's some sex.
Melody lying a little bit too.
No, honestly, no. So did it happen? Did y'all start having sex in the room with you?
But what does them doing something? You're not there. What does that got to do with you? If they
They are
did,
married.
what did that have to do with
Then
you?
what they got to do with grooming? I don't get it. You say
Because they were
trigger
talking
words,
about it.
and
Because
then
they
you
were having
said
a
something
conversation.
else.
Like, girl,
She's
what?
saying grooming because they're talking about it in front of her, and Melody's doing a little bit of this wordplay too, because she's saying it sounds like to me she's saying Martell said that. I didn't say that, but she was there, but she didn't say it. But
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she's saying grooming because they were talking about it in front of her. She probably feel like they were trying to get her warmed up to the idea or whatever like that. But that's not grooming, Destiny.
It's not like
so,
grooming. Well, we'll
no,
talk about
y'all,
grooming later on.
it could
Well,
be grooming. Okay. If
Mm-hmm.
those people were in some kind of position over her,
right.
in authority, if they were coercing her in some way, that could be grooming.
Right.
But in this case, it was not. And this is why I was highly upset. It actually was very triggering for me.
Yeah.
It took me a really long time to like calm down to be able to even talk about this. I used to sit on our local human trafficking coalition, and I have heard some horrific stories about girls and boys,
Yeah.
men and women who have lost many years of their lives through sexual slavery or lost their life altogether because of actual grooming. My last pastor is in federal custody for the rest of his life because him and a group of pastors were grooming 16, 14, 15-year-old girls. Yes, that can be part of it. But in this case, you are a grown ass woman who could have gotten up, walked away, never spoken to them again, removed yourself from the situation, ignored their calls, deleted them altogether. You could have did all of those things. That was not your case. And it was dangerous and irresponsible for her to say that shit on national television. And it's just I was so angry. And y'all can tell that I'm still angry about it now. That is crazy. I
Yeah.
can't, that's why I can't ride for her no more because that she just went entirely too far. You can't play with stuff like that. It's people out here really dealing with stuff like this. And here
Yeah.
you are playing because you want to be vindictive, because you want to be famous. That is some BS. And she need to be held responsible for that.
Mhm.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah, I agree. Because, like you said, that was dangerous. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you can't be that desperate to be on a show, like you said, to be famous, and that check is not worth you losing all your moral compass or um
And spewing so much negativity and nastiness,
yeah,
like
for what? And then
that's
Mel did.
foul.
I'm looking like, what Mel really do to you to even want to come up with this lie that could jeopardize your life
Her
from your
livelihood,
son?
like she got kids. You
I'm
got
like, you
kids.
got
Like,
a
what are you doing?
child. Like, are you okay?
I think she might be addicted to getting charges and cases and stuff. I think she might be addicted to that. Because why are we here? Why are we talking? Why is this a thing?
Yeah,
Just to make Mel look bad? Like that ain't making her look bad. They're making you look stupid.
yeah,
Crazy.
stupid,
Because
crazy.
people
Yes.
are confused as to what a married couple like. Girl, what are you talking about? Like, I can see if you didn't talk to them anymore. I can see
Right.
if you wasn't riding for them no more. I can see you why you if you wouldn't telling Mel I love you while you walking down the street. I can see you if you ain't want Mel to be part of your village. I could see if you wouldn't sitting beside Martell today. I could see that if that was what happened. And okay, I don't want to be back around them, but you did, you do, you are, you still are.
Right. You still on the show and you desperately wanted to be so. So
But they tried to do something to you. But you want to really put it on Mel. But you
male.
want to like let me finish playing this.
But
I'm
you
finna
still hanging out with Martell. But he was there too. So how you doing
Crazy.
that?
But then you bringing up stuff that ain't got nothing to do with you. Like people have conversations about stuff they've done. Does that mean you're grooming them? Like Howard said, people have conversations all the time. Like,
And she
child,
getting third
that's what
hand
we
party.
did.
She like the third person, third information. You wasn't even there for majority of the stuff you talking about. I'm saying,
Right.
what? You
Like,
going back off what somebody else said.
Right.
let me hit play.
Right. Because it sounded like when they were in the limo and they wanted to bring up this adult game or whatever, it sounded like everybody in the limo, it was understood that we shut our mouths and we throw
Mm-hmm.
away the key.
Because this was
Hmm.
had to be season 1 or 2 when this happened.
Right. This one they was
Yeah.
all cool. Like
This season 9. Well, how many? 7 seasons, 7
seven,
actual years in, or
7
whatever.
years
Ain't nobody
in.
mum's the word until Tisha ran her mouth and told you. Let's get there. We'll get there. We'll
And
get
you
there.
ran it back like it was yesterday? I got it.
In the bed, and she woke up and said, "I know y'all not." No, honestly, no. So did it happen? Did y'all start having sex in the room with her in the bed? Honestly, and she woke up and said, "I know y'all not." Okay, I be forgetting, so I believe you though, this. I don't remember nothing like that happening at all. Okay, but the thing is this, and I'm actually taken aback. So the thing is this, Destiny, when you made that comment on camera, and I want to make sure that if y'all all disagree, then let me know. But it appeared that these two requested a threesome with you specifically. There were conversations, there were situations where it is grooming. For you to have those type of open conversations with people consistently, it's grooming. You asking me to spend a night at your house multiple times. Now you've been witness to that. Sex. You can stay over. Like, well, I told you need to get your ass up and go home. There was many nights. Me, you, Mel, Chris was up talking outside, having a good time. And who didn't want to go? You didn't want to go. And you said get your ass up and go home. And you have spent the night at my house. Like, so what? I was nervous. Like, you were, well, why the hell was you nervous? Like, don't get up here and act like I never tried to touch you. I've never came close to you. I've never done that. I was nervous about what? But you said you were nervous. Like you weren't going around trying to have threesomes with your husband. You are lying. You're not open to it. I've never. All right, well, let's run. Did you not get on your knees and slop on a hook and a crook in the back of the limo on your 10-year anniversary in front of all the years? Did it happen? Did it happen?
Up next.
Whew,
Do I need to go back on that part?
Please don't. Cause that is just ridiculous. I just Nita. Grooming is not reserved for minors, although that type, like watching them, showing them things that are inappropriate for children and doing things in front of them, that would be more towards the minor.
Right.
But if they somehow had some kind, like look at
Andy Cohen. Andy Cohen had an issue with something, didn't he?
no, not Andy. Let's look at Beauty in Black.
Okay.
What
Yeah.
Dorinda, she snatched Kimmy's sister for the sake of,
Getting back at
getting
Yeah.
her involved into the
Mhm.
situation. Okay, in that case, I guess she's still a minor. She's 16 years old, but technically, in some cases, 16 is, of age.
Yeah.
Well, we can put it as what's the head lady name?
Dorinda Body.
No, at the CEO of the company. We can put them.
Madam?
We can put them. The husband and wife that's the CEO of the hair company.
Okay, yeah, Mallory.
Like Mallory. Okay, I thought you said Madam. Like Mallory could be grooming her secretary. Like that could be a grooming situation because she's over, even though it's grown
authoritative. Yeah, she got
she's
her
over her. She's authority over her. And you want to get a raise. By the end of the year or beginning of the year, you didn't. Hey, you groom them to do stuff and be this place. That could be grooming for an adult. I mean, it could be anything, I guess, but just to think of it off the cuff, you would think a young person or a child or somebody very, very young. But it's more to this part. I'm a finish playing it because
On the Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion.
Marcel texted Mel, and I think he was like, "Oh,
Has Martell ever sent you pics?
Okay,
but you
wait a
said
minute.
you were nervous, like you weren't going around trying to have threesomes with your husband. Like I never tried to touch you. I've never came." And I think he was like, "I'm rooting for you guys."
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Let me go back.
Up next on the Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion.
Marcel texted Mel, and I think he was like, "I'm rooting for you guys." And Mel was like, "You mean me and Martell are just me?"
Have you and Martell ever had sex?
No.
Have you and Martell ever kissed?
No.
Has Martell ever sent you pics?
Like, don't get up here and act like I never tried to touch you. I've never came close to you. I've never done that. I was nervous about what? But you said you were nervous. Like you weren't going around trying to have threesomes with your husband. You are lying. You're not open to it. I've never. All right, well, let's run. Did you not get on your knees and slop on a hook and a crook in the back of the limo on your 10-year anniversary in front of all the years? Did it happen? What does that have to do with transitioning? And you want to act like these women don't respect you. That has to do with transitioning a threesome, Destiny. You were grooming. I did. They're married men and women. Well, let me tell you, be very careful about saying things that are inaccurate. Because let me say, I was walking around grooming somebody. Did you get on your knees? You weren't there, but I'm gonna. But it happened. I'm not gonna get on my knees and slob on somebody in front of people unless I want them to join in. That is what that is. That's grooming.
Did you?
Did you ever feel like I was grooming you and Marcel to have a threesome with me and Martell? Talk about the inappropriate text that you sent to Marcel. What inappropriate text? Yeah, talk about it. What inappropriate text did I send to Marcel? Okay, so I feel like at the time when Destiny speaks on the limousine situation, the whole situation, the limousine was Martell's idea. It was Martell's suggestion. He suggested that. And Mel was like, okay. And he got upset. He was like, y'all not gonna do it. It was like, hell no, we ain't doing it. But it was Martell. So can I ask about the inappropriate text? And how did you hear about that? Because it was 6 people in the limo. Oh, I told her when I was pissed off with Martell.
Titcha bitch. This is why I got a problem with you.
That's when I was like, no.
You want me to stop it?
This is why I got a problem with Tisha. Like, even Kimmy, like, wait a minute, like, what? This is old. Like, it was just a 6 core of us. Like, how do you know you wasn't even in the picture at the time? Like, where's this coming from? If Kimmy looking like, huh? And this is why I got a problem with Tisha. She talking about she said it because of Martell, but I'm like, but you saying something that is given a straight to Mel. I'm like, was you sure this is about the what's that called? The field day thing? Or was this like in the past? For me, I took it like, okay, you lying. I don't think this is about the field day. This is giving old stuff when you Mel at Mel. So don't forget the last reunion they had, Tisha and Marceau was on the other side. And they was getting she was getting Mel hell and her cousin Kiki and Stormy. So I'm like, I know people got microwave brains, like we forget stuff, but I didn't forget that. Like, I think you said that stuff on Mad Day.
Definitely.
I mean, rightfully so. You was met for y'all wasn't rocking together, but I think y'all came to a mutual understanding. So like now Tisha, that's why she did like this, and she trying to walk it back. Like, well, girl, you was saying a lot of stuff about Mel.
I can't with people on Mad Day. I don't really respect that. Like,
Now she's trying to walk it back.
yeah, I don't. Just people I'm not friends with, I wouldn't dream of telling their secrets.
Yeah,
And my
same.
assumption is that they wouldn't tell mine. But I just don't. I don't get it. She did definitely catch a stray behind that one because, child, what? Like you trying to get at Martell, but Martell not even being affected by this.
Right.
That's Mel. And then you saying you did that because you was mad at Martell at the field day, but that was a high five for Martell doing that in the car. That wasn't no high five for Mel. Mel caught a stray because you slow. Cause let me flash play.
I mean, they claim they didn't participate, so.
But the thing is, even if she did hook and curb this man, that's her husband. People do stuff when they together. They celebrate, they having parties, a birthday, or whatever. They might be turned up on whatever, and that might be a little something to get the little kinks out. To turn up. Was they how did? If I'm sitting here doing something, what do y'all have to join in? Y'all gonna watch? Y'all gonna put y'all phone up and start playing Monopoly Go?
Look, it was time that friends did stuff for me and vice versa in the past. I'm not gonna hold you.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
There was a time when I did stuff in front of my friends, and they did stuff in front of me in the past. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah,
that means I was joining in, like I was minding my business.
Right.
Y'all doing? I wasn't staring. It was just like y'all doing it in the corner. Okay.
And that's even saying that she's like, you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that unless you wanted me to join in or you wanted somebody to join in. But I was thinking, like, but you weren't even there. Said they weren't asking you to join in.
Why did it have to come up?
Why she keep saying one thing and she's saying another thing? I'm like, you playing a dangerous game. Even Mel was trying to help you. Say, I'm gonna have to stop you because you saying some things that can get you caught up. She was trying to stop. She was like, wait, you taking this too far? Like, wait, what's going on? And Mel, like, I'm taking them back. Like, even Mel was trying like, whoa, you going into the different area.
You want to hold them low. Like, what are you doing? That was her husband. If she wanted to do that, that was her husband. Why are you saying that? Even if you were there, why are you bringing that up now? Ain't like it. That was her husband amongst
And I
friends.
won't be surprised that Martell and her had a conversation before they aired this. I mean, before they filmed this reunion, came up with a plan to take down Mel for whatever reason. I mean, Mel, for the most part, be minding her own business when it comes to them.
At the beginning of the season, I would not have agreed with you, but now seeing everything that did transpire, I'm like, nah, I totally agree now. Like, they were doing too much. Even Carlos is
Mhm.
messy.
I would say,
Somebody
oh
was
yeah, he
asking.
He
messy
was
as
eating
hell.
it up. He was
Somebody was
eating it up.
asking in the
And ask
chat.
them questions.
Yeah, but somebody was asking in chat like why Destiny had that first chair, and I remember I asked that last week, and y'all was like, well, because to separate Martell and Melody. I said, but he was separating Martell and Melody. They literally are up there looking like a couple, and it looks
Yeah, it
inappropriate,
does.
and
I'm
she has
sorry.
no reason to ever be in the first seat. He was being shady.
Yeah,
Carlos was. They're
that looks
trying to
like y'all
get
had
under
something going
Melody's
on.
skin at this point. They're trying to
That
Yeah,
get.
look.
because
Hmm.
I think Nita asked that, and I said this might be her last reunion. So you gonna put you on display because you lack substance and you got a couple screws loose.
But she's trying to have a moment, and the moment didn't. Luckily, Philo, came
You
into it.
should have ran this moment over with your lawyer because you can get caught up in litigation like
Mhm.
defamation of
But
character. It's like you
I
trying
said,
to playing a dangerous game.
yeah, she enjoyed it. She
You
she
should have
enjoyed being
made your
called to the
moment about Madani. That's what you should have
and
done.
your
Thank
storage
you.
unit.
And I was trying
Because
to root for her in her little
She
storage
was, and
space.
I think about that often. I'm like, damn, Mo. I think about
I
that like,
know.
damn, Mo.
I'm trying to root for her because I see what her ex husband is like. What she going through with that, and also she has a child to provide for. It's not just herself. She
Hmm.
got to think about this child. So I'm thinking more about the child than her regular ass. But I'm through with her altogether, and I
She ain't
feel
thinking about her
for
child.
that child
She's not thinking about her
that has
child because there's plenty of things I
messy ass
would not
parents,
do because of my kids.
the
Because
messy
I could
petty
be
ass
behind
parents. That
bars.
I feel
Okay,
sorry for that child.
Mhm.
Sorry.
you found
I
it.
just feel like people do things like this and they don't look at the long game. Your child may not be old enough to read what's on the internet right now, but Melody's
Right,
kids are. You know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying? And you saying this about her kids. And I mean, not her kids. I mean, you saying it about their mom.
Their mom.
And
Hmm.
then eventually, though, your child will get old enough to be able to, because the internet never forgets.
And
So
he
this
don't care
is
nothing
never
about their
going
mom.
away.
He don't care nothing about them kids. People always say Martell is such a good father. No, he's not, because if he was a good father, he would not disparage Mel the way he does. He don't care nothing about them kids. He don't.
I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about her.
Oh.
And I'm talking about later on, Destiny's Child will also be old enough at some point to be
Mm-hmm.
able to read the internet and see these things that have transpired.
Yeah.
And also, LeBeric, I do not trust him. I think that anything that she does and says, he is going to use against her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I said. I was like riding for her when it comes to her ex husband, but now I'm just through with it altogether. If another story come across my feed, I don't give a okay over here.
And I think he just got his child. I think she kept the baby away from him for like 30 days. Like, if you know your husband got more access and pull than you do, I don't be walking a fine line with this man. I'm not fooling with him because he crazy. His daddy is a ham. His daddy is unalive somebody with a sledgehammer. Okay, so I wouldn't fool with him. I wouldn't fool with this man. I
But
wouldn't. I
I mean,
wouldn't bother him.
but she fools with Martell, and he crazy too. So I mean,
But she crazy. But we see she crazy too, though. So
clearly,
crazy is crazy is crazy is crazy. Okay.
Now I wonder what people think for the ones who said that it's okay for her to be friends with Martell now. I
Now
wonder
let me
what
finish playing
they
the rest of
thinking
this
now.
stupid ass video. Cause they.
Don't play me like that, dude. Like, stop. And he got upset. He was like, y'all not gonna do it. It was like, hell no, we ain't doing it. But it was Marty. So can I ask about the inappropriate? And how did you hear about that?
And this finna show Tisha how Tisha slow.
Oh, I told her when I was pissed off with Martell. Yeah. When he made the statement at that adult game. That's when I was like, no, don't play me like that, dude. Like, stop it.
But the inappropriate text message that I found out about later, Marcel texted Mel, and I think he was like, "I'm rooting for you guys," or "I want y'all to win," or something like that. And Mel was like, "You mean me and Martell are just me?" And I just felt like that right there was not a good response to a married man. Do you remember that melody? Text message that I found out about later. So texted Mel, and I think he was like, "I'm rooting for you guys," or win or something like that. And Mel was like, "You mean me and Martell are just me?" And I just felt like that right there was not a good response to a married man. Do you remember that melody? I don't remember that text, but hearing her say it, she's allowed to feel however she felt about it. I can say at times Marcel would text positive stuff. Maurice, I'm gonna keep it a buck. When everything went down, all of us were super close. So Maurice used to counsel me a lot. I know he used to talk to Martell a lot. Marcel used to try to talk. Everybody was trying to fix it. If he texted me and said, "Man, I'm rooting for y'all, man," if I said me and Martell are just me, I probably wasn't fooling with Martell. Like, don't be rooting for me and Martell. Don't root for us. If you're gonna root for me solo. But if she felt that was inappropriate for her, that's how she felt. What I can tell you is none of these folks up here on this stage, except the one I was once married to, have I ever came on to. Have I ever been appropriate? Fletcher and Nell are here. They've been around as well. Ask them. I don't try to sit around and do inappropriate. I'm not even going to entertain it, to be honest. That's weird. And they haven't come on to me either. Nobody. So it's just, I don't know. It's weird. We did stuff like that. I wouldn't tell her, get her ass up and go home. I don't do. We don't. And the thing is, I trust my husband with my friends. Like they go through things. He gives them advice.
Yeah.
They're like my sisters. So I've never thought anything about Marcel and Mel talking on the phone when Martell was going through the situation, or even before that, because Mel and Marcel used to give business advice to one another. When she started public speaking, she used to get advice from Marcel. Marcel would go to her meeting, give her tips. Like, so I never thought of anything.
Obviously, it's no secret, right, that you original six have a sort of legacy, a history of friendship. And me being present now, just doing the show for the past 7 years, I even don't think there was ever any lines being crossed when it comes to y'all's couples. Mm-hmm. I think the beauty of y'all even today that I do see is there is this very, sometimes dysfunctional, but there is this level of respect that you guys have just based on the history. And I don't believe for 1 second that any of you guys wanted each other. I don't think that. No. And the reason why we're bringing this up is because, again, I wanted you to be able to clear it based on the comment that was made, because it was thrown out in the air, and I wanted to be able to address it. Okay?
All right, so there were some parts that I repeated and...
Okay, guys. So I think that was it. That was that most of it.
So Carlos let all that ride to say at the end. I don't think there's none of that. I don't believe none of that. What you just said.
Tisha slow. Cause how was that inappropriate? If everybody's if we've been texting, we've been cool all this time, and texting is cool. It's appropriate because that's what we've been doing. How is it now inappropriate because she want clarity on who you riding for or who you rooting for? Because she wants you to know, don't root for me and him, root for me. Because I'm finna deal.
Exactly.
I'm riding solo. But see, you slow and don't know no better. You don't know when somebody trying to step out on their own and be their own woman and not need a man. You don't know that's what they look like. Root for me, not us. Because I'm not with him no more. But see, you slow and don't know that though.
And then she double talking when she came to that. She was like, well, I don't think anybody up here was inappropriate with each other's spouses or whatever, but you just said it was an inappropriate text.
Why are we talking about it though? Why did Destiny have to know that?
Like I said, I think it's Mad Day. It was Mad Day when Destiny hooked up, when everybody was mad at Mel. So don't act like it didn't happen. It did happen. Mm-hmm. And now I'm thinking like, I'm believing like when Mel said she heard them in a room, that one reunion. Okay. I'm like, they could have been talking.
I wanted to say something about Destiny. I've never liked Destiny because from the first season that she was on there, the way, it kind of was weird to me that she was Martell's friend. Oh, my voice is really bad. She was Martell's friend, and then she would get. Remember, she was mad at Melody. I just remember they were cutting watermelons. I don't remember what they were mad about, but Destiny had this like weird attachment to Mel, and she kept getting mad at her for things. And then at her party, she was mad at her because she was like, "I don't have a village" and all this stuff. And Melody's like, "I'm not doing this in my party." And then I don't like when somebody get mad and she would then start telling all your business. That's one thing that she's called herself doing now. And then another thing is, you mad at me, so now you Martell best friend. And I don't care what anybody say, what Melody say. I mean, not Melody, what Destiny say or Martell say. I believe they slept together back in the day. Cause didn't he say that? Didn't Martell say that? He was like, I
Well,
had you back in the day. Who did he say
not
that
not
to?
not 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 Destiny. It
Not
was
Destiny.
it was another lady named
Melnika.
Melnika. Yeah.
Oh,
She was, and
well, I
then
believe
she
it's
ended
the
up
same
being the
thing.
like the wedding planner or something in Mel
Oh
and
yeah,
Martell's
yeah,
wedding.
yeah. And
Yeah.
the way Destiny was in the middle of that is like I feel like the way Martell is, he had her. I don't care what neither one of them say.
Oh yeah.
Just
Oh
like
yeah.
if
Oh yeah.
Tricia would have kept her mouth shut, it wouldn't have came out about them. And they did something too, and that wasn't a joke that he did at the reunion because
Right.
Tricia face was stone cold until he said we said. If he said that about me, I'd have been like Martell, like immediately stop playing with Martell. Like she didn't do any of that. She just sat there, and the way she just lied throughout the whole season, and then just like tried to clean it up with, oh well,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to say anything because whatever the reason why she said she didn't want to say anything. But back to Destiny, I don't like this whole thing where the girls get mad and then they want to tell all your business, and I don't like it. And um because she got mad at Mel for stop speaking to her, and then all of a sudden she's Martell's best friend. But I never liked her. I'm not surprised by any of this, and she doesn't have a storyline really. Like another thing I wanted to say about Destiny is I think it's very, very disrespectful for her to be carrying on with Miss Nell's son. Like y'all supposed to be friends or coworkers, even though you might have met her on the show. That's still that lady's son. Like that'd be like if I don't know if any of y'all have children and one of your friends start sleeping with one of your children. I don't. That's not cool to me.
Yeah. It's a
It's not
problem.
cool, but they
It's a
are
problem.
grown. I mean,
Like one of my
Yeah.
girlfriends, she be flirting with my dad. I don't like that shit. You know, don't do that.
Oh yeah, hell no.
I agree.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a hell no. Especially if I know you because for one, I've seen your actions. I've seen your track record of
Right.
how you deal with these men, and I've only seen you deal with two on TV, and they turned out bad. And I know my son track record. He got two divorces within shit. But
Was she messing with Kimmy's son?
I don't know if she
She
was
wanted
messing with
to.
him, but I think she was
Oh,
flirting with
flirting.
him. But he was
She
like,
would have.
But Kimmy
She
shut it down though.
I would say
yeah,
Kimmy
yeah,
blocked that. Say,
yeah.
we don't play that games over here.
and she probably had a nice conversation with her son. Like these are the type of women you stay away from because he listens to his mother.
Hmm.
Oh yeah,
Melody took
without
a
a doubt.
watermelon. Yeah, he said she took a watermelon to Destiny's house to make amends for not defending Destiny against Tiffany. Wait, who's Tiffany? I forget who Tiffany was.
Tiffany,
It's her and Lou.
the light skin, yeah, her and Lou,
The one
Oh,
that she went to go look for her father. The one that
yeah,
yeah.
got.
hmm
Mhm.
yeah. Don Harry, you remember that's, but it's the fact that it was a watermelon, and then you
Cause,
remember
that,
y'all really
Cause
be
that was
watching
like
this
her
show.
peace offering, and Destiny
Yeah,
was acting so stank, and it was just like it's really not. I don't know. She's I never liked her. Cause like get your own life. You trying to cause even the thing at her party when she was like, I don't have my own village, and I forget exact. Harold, do you remember what exactly Destiny was
it
mad at
was
the party?
it was Melody's video launch at Stormy's house, and she said she doesn't have a village like Melody does, and she needed people, I guess, to help her with her son or whatever, because she was no longer married, and it was
And
just
she want Mel to
she
be
don't
her
have
village.
family.
And
But
Mel
Mel
And
be
you
got four
gonna
like,
kids. Mel
bring
got
this
four
up
kids
at the party? To me, that's like
at
you
her party. That was
jealous.
just yeah, and that
Right.
was disrespectful. That was bad timing. Like
But
talking
yeah,
to my
the
that
own
only
was
thing
so
about it
bad.
though, because I remember having this conversation even when it happened, because I didn't like the way Melody had responded to her, because it felt like Destiny was really reaching out and calling out for her, right? But at the same time, it, like y'all said, it's a reality show, and it was the last episode, so she had to approach her at that event because otherwise it wouldn't have got filmed at all because it was the
She didn't
last.
have to. She could have came up with something else.
Yes.
Like
Girl, I'm just
I'm
saying.
going through this man is putting me through and I need like say something about what you got going on. Like, I don't know.
Even if production put her up to it, it was a better way for her to do it how she did it. Like she just had such a big issue. Like she was really trying to argue with this lady at her party.
But
They all
let
they
Mel
be
tell that she
arguing at
been there for
everybody's
her.
event.
So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but they argue at everybody's event. To be fair,
Yeah, they do.
Well, yeah, everybody arguing.
But about they argue about stuff like that's in the moment. You bringing up not having a village for your son. You could have emailed me that. Like this is not a pressing issue. You know.
they all inappropriate at the inappropriate times. Because
She said you could have emailed
there's
me.
no reason why you should have been bringing that stuff up even at somebody's wedding either, or their what's the name? There's no reason for her to for Bella to have brought up a DUI at somebody's wedding reception.
She
But
said that at the
You
reception.
know,
I don't remember
but
that.
it's a wedding. It's a reality show, so this is
Yeah,
what
yeah,
they
yeah,
do.
yeah, yeah.
Wait, when
You
did
know,
they bring the
like
DUI up at the wedding?
she did. She brought no at the reception. She brought it up to
What was
Maurice.
it? Oh, and
no,
Mel
it was
and Nell and
it was
Mel. Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, it was brought
Melody
up a
did.
couple
I
times.
can't remember.
No, that was at Trish
that was
house.
at the Trish house. That wasn't at
Oh,
the
Yeah,
at
yeah,
Trish
yeah.
wedding.
house. You're right. You're right. You're right. Trish house. Yeah, you're right. That's right. Because Melody left at the reception because Martell came to the
Mm-hmm.
table. Yep.
And the end of that scene, the blow up was the most was Trish and Ken and Marquise,
And that
whatever his
was
name.
it. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Inappropriate.
And
And that
that's
was at
gonna
their
be
own house.
and that's
They
gonna
were
be
doing
what
that.
If
makes
I
it.
was Melody, I would have acted like I was going to talk to Trish's husband to see. I mean, Trish's husband to see what kind of reaction that would have got out of her.
Oh,
Just
child,
to
that
play in
boy
her
probably
face like she was playing in mine.
he would
I'm
have had a
not
wet
saying
spot
for
on
her
his
to
pants.
talk to him, but I would have acted like I was interested just to see how what her reaction to that would have been.
He would have had a wet spot in his pants.
No, I'm talking
Oh,
about Trisha's response to that.
Oh,
oh my
Trisha,
gosh.
but I'm telling you what Marquez's response gonna be because he loves Melody. This dude is weird. Like he finna
He's
give her
gonna
the
be on the
flower
next
talking.
episode.
And
Yeah.
he's doing too much. He wants to be on the show now.
Everybody want to be on the show. He like
But
the
they don't make
attention.
no money though. I mean, I don't know.
They
I
not
don't
paying
know.
him
I ain't
enough.
counting those people pockets, but I don't
They
know.
don't make no money. They don't. Now, Mel, now I take this back. The core six, I think their money is different from everybody else and all the other shows as well.
All right, they've been
Um,
on that longer.
because yeah, they started it. So and Tisha said that, but no, I've never heard anybody saying about the money. But as far as being a secondary member, cast member, like Destiny and Trish, them, no, no.
And then they work. To be honest with you, I don't understand them. Even with the core six, they work so much
Mm-hmm.
that they're to me. I bet you even the core six's money ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? Because how many hours they actually put in? It seems like they film the majority part of the 365 days that we have in a year. You know, like they're filming right now for the next season, and we're
Yeah,
not
and
even
they
going to
just
this.
and this was in October, right? The reunion was in October.
Yes. Hmm.
They have a two,
Well,
3 months. They have a 3 months off.
money
Really?
wise, it's not worth it to
Mm-mm.
see up, but they all have their own businesses. They all have their lives outside of. That's why I think like a lot of the housewives fails because you're starting to bring people on or people who are on there who don't have anything else outside of the show. So they like Dorit, who like But anyway, um, they nobody would know who these people are. So it's the fame they get with it.
Yeah, yeah.
And in
If
Alabama, I
they
used to
do it
live in
right.
Alabama and
Yeah.
Birmingham. Alabama's small, and they probably are like superstars in their town.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I just said sure.
And no, it was your sure, like that's bullshit.
But
But
it's
no,
probably this is
but
true
they
though.
probably are, but you know, And then
I
again,
mean, Beyonce got a
people,
whole song called Hollywood and being addicted to the fame and the lights and how that's a drug too. So like
mhm,
people on Instagram and showing their cervix for a quarter, like just so people can know their name. So
yeah.
don't underestimate that.
Yeah, Marquise is didn't change his whole profile. He's on married. I mean, Love and Marriage Huntsville, and he went up there by 2.2 seconds. So yeah, they get caught up in it. You
He
know.
has it in his bio.
Yes.
You know they're gonna ride the wave.
He did that immediately. Like as soon as he appeared, he did that. Put that in his bio.
I mean, I don't blame them for riding the wave. Ride it to something
He got shirts called
else.
Woo Woo. He got Woo Woo sweatshirts. Woo Woo. You gonna get one?
No.
Woo
It
Woo.
sounds like whoop whoop put over that ass too fast. Whoop whoop
It's
put over that ass too fast. Yeah,
It's
that's what
definitely not
Kevin.
whoop whoop. It's woot woot. WOOT.
Oh shit.
Oh, okay.
What the hell is a whoop whoop?
Whoop
That
whoop.
is hilarious. Lord have mercy.
Oh lordy lordy. Well,
Well,
y'all
we
got
can look.
anything else?
No,
Nah,
we
that's
can
all
look
I
forward
got.
to seeing him next week, though. So for
But
the
I'm gonna
third
need
and
Destiny.
It's
I'm gonna
gonna
need.
be funny the way he trying to approach Melody in front of Martell because you know Martell's a nutbag.
I'm gonna
but
need
why does he
Destiny
keep asking Martell for permission? Like
Right.
they're not together.
They not together
because
no more.
he want a moment. He wants a
It's
moment.
respectful. It's respectful.
It's called acting. I think all of
He,
them got a script. And
he want a
everybody ain't
moment. He want a moment. And then
well,
why you
some of them
asking
got a script.
him? Like why are you asking him? Like
So
he just
later
want a
it can't
moment.
come up. Like he can't be like, you asked my wife, that's my wife, that's my ex-wife, that's one of my children. You in front of me. Like it's just like a respect thing. But what did I want to say? I look forward to Melody not being on the show. And I look forward to possibly bringing coleslaw on.
Oh, girl, no.
Because I feel like with Melody, you see how like she sat apart from everybody at the wedding, and earlier
Hmm.
we was talking about y'all was talking about the principal's office thing, and that whole thing where she pulls everybody to the side separately to get some straightening or straighten some things out or whatever, and she's just like on an island separate from the cast. And at the wedding, I was like, damn, like she doesn't get along with anybody for real, for real. Like she's sitting by herself. Like when Nell first came on, I remember they had their little kumbaya, and she was like basically trying to seal in, like, you gonna be on my side, right? You riding for me, right? And I guess she ain't fucking with Nell no more because she feel like maybe she ain't on her side no more, or I don't know what this thing with Melody is, but she stopped talking to Stormy, she stopped talking to Destiny, she stopped. Now she, got something. She feeling funny towards Nell because she called her a mentor or whatever. Like, eventually she falls out with everybody, and it just makes the energy weird. Even like I don't know. And I'm not here for like when they went on the trip and she had brought all her girlfriends. I don't want to see that either. So, like I
Hmm.
said, we get invested in the main characters who we were introduced to initially, not all these new heifers. I want to see that, and I want to see like a real show where people can actually interact and not act funny when you come around, or you just come to the party for 5 minutes and leave. You won't get into it with anybody. If you're going to do all that, go. And let them bring
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
coleslaw on the show and be mean to her, ask her a bunch of questions, or get the business from her. Ask her, put coleslaw and Destiny on there and let them tell all Melody business that way. Now
Damn.
she mad with my
Richard
she
tried to
mad
get the
with
party started.
yeah, like the
No,
show.
she's trying to get lawsuits started.
Well, if it's true, I mean, hey, if it's you can't sue nobody over something that's true. But has she fallen out with Carlos? Because they were saying that Carlos had posted something that pertaining to her
Mhm.
about like he ain't chasing nobody.
Yeah, they're not. They're
And
not.
supposedly they unconnected on social
Mhm.
media,
The
and
whole production,
but
not just
Yeah.
the whole, I
think
believe.
I think like I do feel like they were doing things specifically or purposely for on Mel this season.
Yeah.
I also feel like remember I told y'all earlier when we were talking about this. I don't think that Melody is a good friend. Like I don't know why people want to be friends with her. She seems like
Mhm.
she'll be like a good business associate, should be a good, like a key friend, somebody you get up with every now and then or whatever, that sort of thing. But friendship wise, look at how they fall out over whatever. And she doesn't ever, it doesn't ever seem
Nothing.
like she ever communicates with people. It's just they fell out. She just moves back. Now I can relate. When people do me wrong, I back up.
Mm-hmm.
I when I might have try to have a conversation with somebody, but if I see that you move funny, I might be like,
Yeah.
because it
Yeah.
may not be worth it to even talk about. But I feel like these people were your friends, so if you
Mm-hmm.
have issues with them, because remember when she even brought Stormy on there when she was doing the music video, she was like, "Yeah, Stormy's been my good friend, whatever." Like you
Mm-hmm.
bring her on, and she disagreed with you one time, and her mama was acting up. I ain't gonna take that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mama
yeah,
was
But
acting
yeah.
up,
so with Miss
but
Wanda.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But now it's like
But
done.
y'all gotta like after a while, I had to put in my production cap on and think that way because everything they say or bring somebody on, I don't take as literal like they friends. It's just a segue to bring somebody on, and they just
But
playing along. They just playing it up, like you said. They gotta shoot a show,
Yeah. They
and
gotta
that's
create a
why I'm
show.
like, y'all
you
cannot be
told
that
us we
friend.
were friends.
I get it. That's why I say it's. That's why I say it's not. It's not. It's like not real reality. It's like they set it up this way to
Mm-hmm.
bring a person on. So when they be saying that, after a while, I said that cannot be true. And then
Yeah.
when they run it back and tell the real truth on
Yeah.
social media, it's like, okay, I see.
Yeah. We learned
That's
that with
why I'm
Portia
like,
and Fallon. Like, how
Yeah,
you slept with
right.
that
That's
lady
why I'm like,
husband? Well, she wasn't my friend. They just told me that because we met.
that's
Oh,
why I
okay.
said that's why I said loosely. That's why I put in air quotes with reality
Yeah.
because it's like
hmm
if y'all got to set it up that way, like a semi script way, I can't.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said
Yeah.
that's why I had to
Yeah.
change my view
Oh, yeah.
when
Yeah.
these people come on the show now.
Yeah. And a lot of times the antics that go on, a lot of stuff is being produced. Like the
Right.
producer
That's
told
why
them
I'm
to do
like,
that. Producer said say this. A producer like producer told them
ask
to
me
go
to do
here.
this. Right.
Yeah, asking. Yeah. So
yeah.
we have to take the stuff with a grain of salt. But however, the bull crap that they spew out their mouth, that shit don't be fake. That be real. That
hmm
that those words come out your mouth. Those are real words, especially when they're negative. Like
Like
that.
Destiny did.
Yeah.
Girl, dangerous
Yeah.
road, wrong road, wrong road.
Wrong
Okay,
road.
wrong
Wrong
road.
road.
And I can see why Mel is not rocking with Carlos now because
Mm-hmm.
y'all let that ride as a topic of conversation because y'all chose to focus on the threesome where I barely remember that happening or them showing that part on camera. To be honest, it was more of respectful cheating, and they didn't talk about the blow up with her at the ladies trip, like saying sorry, I love you. They didn't harp on that. They harp on the threesome that I vaguely remember that she alluded to.
Who? To my Disney.
Yeah, Destiny. I said production let that
Yeah,
ride.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They
They
should have let that
focused on
ride.
that
Yeah.
instead of focus on what happened at the ladies trip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I vaguely remember the threesome and stuff like that.
I never
The
heard that
mission.
until
That's what I'm
today.
saying. I
So
can't.
who?
That's what I'm saying. I can't remember if they aired it or not. Because they
But
have a
who
way
is
of
Melody that? Who is Melody that we have to avoid certain topics with, or we can't talk about this, or we can't say that? That's what I'm saying. Like when she come around, it's like the whole energy shifts, and she can go around everybody talking about what you call them DUI, whatever. But can't nobody talk about her threesome? Like, girl, go ahead somewhere.
Right.
I
Some
don't have no
people,
problem with it. It just can lead into dangerous territories for lawsuits for
Mm-hmm.
everybody.
And then
That's what I'm
it,
saying.
it
I don't
needs to
have
be
no
the
problem.
truth, not lies.
I don't
right?
care
If you
about
deal with the truth, that's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool if you confront her with the truth. I do agree though that we didn't get a chance to talk about it, but when Tisha and Marceau were trying to tell Mel, you need to sit there and take your gathering, whatever. You always walking
Mm-hmm.
away when somebody want to talk to you. You don't mind coming to confront other people, but you don't when they confront you. you get up and leave, which is, I mean, we've seen her do that.
True.
She's like, I'm not gonna be there. I'm not gonna deal with this. She'll get up and leave.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was.
Marcel was like, no, get your gathering, get your gathering.
I
Marcel was like,
mean, she didn't get
no,
up and leave. She been getting her gathering. She got her gathering last reunion when
but she
Tisha
was
was
trying to
going off
stop
on
it.
her.
She was trying to stop them from talking, but when
No, she just made a face. She just made a face
Marcel was
like,
like, gather her up, gather her up, gather her up. And then when they took a break, he told her, no, take your gathering, take it. He said, you doing the same thing I do. You don't want to hear it. And Tisha, I said, Mel, when we try to say stuff to you, you don't want to hear what we got to say. Tisha, are you coming with stuff that makes sense though? I mean, whatever. I guess, but then Mel is a type that say, those are your feelings. Like with
Right.
Nail, well,
That's what I'm saying.
those are her feelings.
He's not
Can you
communicating.
acknowledge the lady feelings?
Yeah,
Stop
that's
with that.
not.
Those are her feelings. Well, that's how you felt. True indeed, but come on now.
That's
I
Acknowledge
mean,
not
the
she
a
did
lady
it. I guess
feelings.
she said she did do, but she did announce her feelings when she did at the dress shop. So I guess she like, I don't feel like acknowledge your feelings on this stage again.
I
She's
just
like,
feel like
I
they
did.
don't communicate. It could be better, a
It's no
better
Oh
conflict
yeah, it's
resolution.
better communication. Yeah, but
Yeah.
she
No,
got that grown up as a one kid
mm-hmm.
thing going on. It's
Yeah.
so
And they
cute.
don't have conflict resolution on this show at all. Like they don't know how to be court. Now I can get Mel and Martell
This
because that's
not just
real
this,
life.
not just this show on Bell Collector too. It was no resolve. It was
Oh, see,
just
I don't watch
weird.
that. Yeah.
but
But yeah, yeah,
also
yeah.
this. Oh,
But
this is the
that's
last
what
thing I want to
Carlos
say on this.
wants, though. He wants discord. He
Yes,
wants
and
confusion.
the other thing about Carlos is that why do they have in their heads that Carlos is their friend? He's your boss.
Because he tells them that.
You know what I'm saying? So why are you acting like he's gonna be your friend? No,
And
his
they acting
job,
like good Jubies, the way they high fiving and
He
but his
tells them that.
job is to produce a show.
But
yeah,
he
it
should
should
leave
be
it
only to
there.
produce a show, Letitia. He should not be the host.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree.
He should leave it there. That's why I'm glad they had the Marcus, the showrunner, there. I'm glad they had somebody else there talking to them versus being Carlos.
But he
Because
didn't do nothing. But
He
go
I
ain't
ahead to
do
mean,
the other
right.
people.
but I'm glad it was somebody else. I don't care. It could have been
It's
I don't care who it
Carlos,
could have been.
Marcus, and
They
whoever
should have
else
let
behind
Marcus
there.
be the host. They should have let
No,
Marcus.
they should have got somebody else to be the host. That asked the
Who?
real questions and hold people
Non-biased.
and hold like Dustin or Funky Dineva, somebody like that to hold them accountable and ask the real questions that people want to know.
Now,
Like all this,
Funky Dineva would
But
not be
niggas biased.
unbiased.
He
He
biased.
wouldn't. He wouldn't be
who
unbiased
was he
because
biased with?
he's very cool
Scots.
with Martell. I mean, not Martell. He's very cool with Marceau and Tisha.
Baby, he
Right.
cool with Dr. Hadley and ride her ass every week. He cool with Quad and ride
But
their
he's
ass
Yes.
not
every week.
hosting either.
He don't care.
He's not
Funky
biased. I
Dineva
don't
don't
think
care.
he's
He's not
biased.
biased. He don't give a shit.
I don't agree. I think
You
he's
must don't
definitely.
listen. You must don't listen to him.
I
He
think
Yeah.
he's
rides they
cool.
No,
else.
when it
And
comes to the
he's cool.
Because
Scots,
even with
yeah.
Quad,
But
he
He
was
don't
when
ever
friends,
talk
good
about the
friends with
Scots though,
Quad
because he
too.
stopped doing that because that Black Titanic shit. He stopped talking about them. He don't talk about
He
them no
stopped
more.
talking about the Scots because he's cool with Marceau and Tisha.
No.
What's
He
the
just
Black
he
and
wrote
Wanda,
Titanic?
and
pause.
Wanda,
Pause.
and
Yes, and
Wanda.
Wanda.
What's
Because
the Black Titanic?
he would not have done what he said about Kiki. He would not have said that about Kiki. If it was like that, he would not have given Kiki what he gave her. If you don't remember, go find it. He
I
got it. It's
remember.
over there. So no. Funky don't hold no. He don't know. He don't hold no
He
punches.
just
I mean,
he didn't
we
read
just gonna have to
Quad
agree to
from
disagree because
Married
I
to
just don't
Medicine.
agree
Yeah,
with
we
that.
can. We can agree to disagree.
He
Yeah.
He
even he
wrote
got on
Quad ass
Quad a
last
little bit.
week.
He ain't get on her, but he told the truth about what she did on the trip on Married to
Well,
Medicine.
he's friends with Heavenly. He did tell her. He said, "Listen, I'm gonna have to, tell it like it is." But they talk,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
He
But
ain't biased in my opinion.
Dustin would have been cool, although I think he's male leaning in a lot of ways. But
Yeah, he's
I
biased
still,
towards Melody. He he don't really go in on her at all. The stuff he just what of what the reviews I've seen him do, he doesn't really say too much about Melody.
And I think he does that because Carlos says nothing. Carlos don't give Mel a damn thing. He don't
I
say her
actually tweeted.
name. He don't do nothing. So I think that's why Dustin gives her a little bit something because Carlos don't give her anything. Like when they was up there last week or week before last, he talked about he liked Trish and Ken fighting. Really?
What?
Yes. That was the
Who?
favorite part of the
Dustin?
episode. Carlos. Ken and
trash.
Trish fighting at the end of the episode. My favorite part of the episode when Trish and Ken got into it.
Because that's literally like the only thing that's happening on these episodes now.
That's what
And
you like.
I had
Okay.
tweeted to him, "Are you going to allow Melody to destroy this show? It started off so strong, and to see it like this is a shame."
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did, and I
Why
feel
you
like
put it
after
all
that,
on Mel? They
you
did
would
it
see,
collectively.
you was. I have so many celebrities wwho have blocked me. I don't say like disrespectful
Oh,
stuff.
you a
I
shamer.
say stuff like that. No, like real shit. And a lot of people, it's really trash celebrities like Benzino or like
Oh girl.
Tamar. People like not.
She Shayla 2.0.
But yeah, I blame Melody for the way that this show is going, because like, you get mad at people. We lost Stormy. I like to see Stormy because I want to see, we lost the whole
But why do Mel get so much weight and not
I'm trying to
Martell?
tell you why, because the all right, so him cheating, that was a whole a thing or whatever, but now she won't film with him. He can't, I don't know, he can't bring coleslaw on. That's a big part of their story. I understand she doesn't want to give her a platform, but okay. But even when the show came on, their whole, I forget what the name of their the comeback group. That whole thing is dead because Melody and Martell dissolved that, so we don't get to see them building houses anymore. Like, I want to see the black commerce part of it. That's why I'm mad that Stormy
Same,
left.
same.
So, and Melody and Mel falling out with all of these the girls, is like we don't even get to see any of that anymore. Like, so I
Well,
think
Stormy, she's a session because she got her mama in those chats, so we ain't gonna let that ride because her mama
well,
gonna be
mom's
riding
not on
her.
the show, and Miss Wanda used to ride. Wasn't Melody and Miss Wanda about to fight?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we gotta go back and remember these are Martell's friends, and everybody knew what Martell was doing to Melody. Everybody knew that before the show, before they even hit action. But when they came on the show, acting like nothing ever happened and that they're all friends, it was fake. That's not what it was. They were not friends. Those were Martell's friends. So they always wrote for
I
Martell
think
because
they were
those
just
were
close,
Martell's friends.
hanging out. Yeah,
I mean,
hanging out.
those were Martell's friends, not Melody's. She didn't have friends. Those Tisha and Kimmy were not her friends. Those are his. So that's why everybody leaned towards Martell so much. Right, wrong, and different. I couldn't have done it,
I
but
just
they
But
wrote for
look
him
at how
because
they
those
was
were
feel
his
like
fighting at
best
the
friends. So
barbecue.
she's always gonna be the odd man out.
I just feel like in that scenario though, I don't know if we can use the comeback group as that in that scenario because they all knew, including Melody.
Hmm.
Melody knew prior to coming on the show that Martell had been cheating.
Yep.
So it's
Yeah,
not
Yeah,
like it's them being fake. I feel like, well, they just following suit. The friends are just following suit based on what Martell and Melody are doing. They
Yeah.
were the ones fronting like they was a power couple and had another baby and had
Yeah.
a whole baby series and all that sort of thing. That was on them. Now afterwards, I could see how Melody might remove herself for some things, whatever, because yes, they did seem like they fell in line more so with Martell. But it's a difficult thing if you were friends as couples and now all of a sudden y'all break up. What are the friends supposed to do? You know what I mean? I,
but
I feel
not
like
only
they tried
that,
to be neutral. I think they tried
not
to
only
be
that,
at the
she,
beginning, but not
imagine
now.
being Melody's friend and you telling Melody, and Melody already knows what he's doing, but and you go tell Melody what. And that's another thing. Like, so on one hand, Melody, you saying that they was being so fake with you, but you knew what he was doing. But imagine somebody went back and told her, one of them went back and told her, like Tisha, for instance, your man is cheating. It would automatically been like, your man is cheating too. Or Melody would probably find some way to turn it around or get mad and stop speaking to her. So I wouldn't have told Melody shit either, just off the way that she treat her friends. And that happens to a lot of people. And that's just not
Yeah.
Melody, where you tell your girlfriend her man is cheating, and she get back with her man, and now ain't nobody speaking to you.
Yeah. Yeah. But shit, Tisha told her they had matching BMWs.
well, Tisha been throwing stuff in her face. So
Oh Jesus, she
they
Mel
both.
was
did.
throwing stuff in her face
I
too.
just
And
said they both was doing. I just said they both
yeah.
was different types.
And
So
Mel said you need to leave, get them babysitters, and you leave at the house at 3 o'clock in the morning and see where your husband be at. That's what you need to do. Yeah, Mel said that's what you need to do. Now, whether he was out there or not, I don't know. But Mel might have been repeating some Martell told her just to
I
get
would say,
just
yeah,
to get her off, him off
she
her
leaning
back.
on Martell word. We got to remember that because
Mm-hmm.
they do be pillow talking. So
Yeah.
but
Mm-hmm.
eventually, I
So
think
that wasn't
she
even
woke
real.
up. Eventually, after the divorce, she woke up and realized Martell
It's
word
telling lies.
tell lies.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Miss Richie B and Harold, because y'all said, what did Harold say? He said something about. He said, "I'm glad Melody is gone now. Let's see how well these Scots going to anchor
Want
the
to
show
anchor the
now."
show now?
All for the well, since I will not be
I
watching,
won't be watching
y'all let
either.
us know.
I will because I think they'll do just fine with you got the Scots and because I want to get into Maurice and Kimmy more into their relationship, the farce of it all.
They're
I
boring.
think that she's already older than him. She's gotten older. I've never trusted him. He seems so sneaky to me.
I
Worse
agree.
than all of them. Worse than Martell.
I agree.
Um,
I don't know about
we
Marcel,
could
but definitely Marcel.
we could get more into Martell and whoever he's dating. If he gonna bring coleslaw, if they do bring coleslaw on the girls, I feel like they're gonna be mean to her, especially Tisha, because she is a side. Can we curse on her? I ain't gonna curse your channel. Side
Thank
girl.
you, Harold.
Um, but Harold said Mel gave Martell opportunity to change his ways. He didn't. He did them so much. Wait, Mel gave Martell the opportunity to change his ways. He didn't. So she did the Martell resented it. Oh,
Yeah, like how
so
dare you divorce me? Yeah.
I
Yes.
She
think
said
there's
she
some
gave him 5 years to cut her off, child.
other dynamics we could see play out once we cut out that part because it's a big part of it, melody of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And there's
Mm-hmm.
a lot of attention. Why are you leaving? Why are you going? And having these separate, scenes where they're sitting out to dinner, and it's a whole segment of the show, and it's just really a waste of time because nothing gets accomplished.
And I
So
think that's on Carlos too.
Well,
That's
I
on
would say
yeah,
that's some
production.
production.
I think that's on him. I think he likes unraveled. He likes the ends to stay unraveled. He doesn't like anything to be tied up in a bow. He likes the ends to stay unraveled, and that's how he. That's why we on season what 10. It's gonna be season 10, I guess. Just that
Yep.
fast. We
is the
could be on a
other
whole
show
new
still on, the
season.
Baltimore one, or what is it called?
They
Love.
have not come back yet.
That's
Detroit.
because I
I
know
I
never
it.
mean not
even got
Detroit, but
into that.
DC.
DC. They have not come back yet, and I like that show better.
Can
I
y'all
don't
hear
know
me?
if they're coming back because I know Winter is off. I think the Silvers are deciding not to participate too. So I don't know because she fell out with Carlos as well.
I think they are coming back. I don't know. He didn't give a date. He said
I
they were
think
coming
they
back,
are coming back. They filming. I don't know who's gonna be a part of it.
but we still got that. We still hadn't got a reunion. Remember? Or did we? We did
They
get a
don't need
reunion.
look. They don't need. Yeah, they did have a reunion,
They
but
did
we
have a
don't
reunion,
need.
but
It
we
was a
haven't got.
messy
It's like a
reunion.
whole
It was
year,
It's been a
and
year.
that was delayed. That was a Christmas reunion,
that
and
Mm-hmm.
was
we
like
got it
it's
halfway
two
or down again.
years. It's two
Yeah,
years since they filmed the show.
shot. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
Yeah.
yeah, this was fun.
this was very fun. This was almost 2 hours in, so we got to get up off this
We
thing.
had to get off this thing. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just we
Check y'all.
if y'all want to know what I got going on, just keep your notifications on. Make sure y'all subscribe and liking the video.
Yes, yes. You, Letitia, what you got going on?
I get off.
We got Love and Marriage. Look, we're doing Love and Marriage Huntsville right now. We got the Family Business. I'm doing season 5 to go along with those that are watching on BET. So that'll be dropping tomorrow. And then child, I ain't done not one New Orleans video yet.
It's okay. Look,
So
I'm catching up. So.
I have to catch up, but definitely catch us on the live panel on Sunday. And then I do have a new segment coming out, but I don't know when. Just put your notifications on. And don't forget to subscribe because we on our way to 100 subscribers. And I'm almost there.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, yeah, yay. And Miss
After the
Richie B. You want
Well, I just started my channel, so I'm just trying to figure some stuff out. I heard you say something about Twitch. Um, Maybe you can talk to me. Who said about Twitch? Did you say that, Candy?
yeah, I said it, but Monique has Twitch.
Okay,
What about
maybe I could look
Twitch?
into that. Will they let on Twitch? Will they let? Is there a platform where they'll let you watch like I wanted to go over like old clips of Atlanta, but you can't do that on YouTube. Well, are you able to do that on Twitch?
You trying to make money off of it, or
I
just do
mean,
it? You can just do that in a Discord.
Discord. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I talk. We'll talk. I'll
Yeah,
talk to
We'll
you.
yeah,
talk.
yeah,
Let's
Okay.
talk behind the
yeah.
scenes
We'll
before we
talk
get
about
off
that
here.
offline. But
Okay. Well,
yeah,
I'm Richie B on YouTube and Twitter and Instagram. So if you want to follow me, follow me. It's
follow
Will
Miss
do.
Richie. Richie be
it's a
doing
lit.
14-hour lives.
I believe it.
She do 14-hour lives, doing exactly
Smoking,
what she doing right
talking.
now. Yep.
Well, I did that. It was my birthday weekend, so I was up, just doing all kinds of stuff. Like I do my hair, I'll go to the market, like all while we're on live stream. So I just,
She
I don't know.
freelancing. And for me, tomorrow we're doing the Oval at 10:20. Sisters at 10:20 on Wednesday. Me and Monique and Tamika. Tamika and I tomorrow for the Oval. Uh, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do some Thursday, and I'm not sure. So next Sunday we have the freaking finale of the show. We're gonna get it out the way. Praise the Lord, because we not talking about them people no more. I'm done. Destiny
Dang.
Destiny has put the nail in the coffin, and down there we
Yeah, she
Oh,
did.
let
I
me
ain't
ask
gonna
y'all
hold
this
you.
real quick before
the
y'all
show is
go.
in the hole with Drake right now. But go ahead.
When
Mm-hmm.
Carlos looked at Destiny during the reunion, I remember the last time when she was talking about production, she wasn't on the season next season. Do you think he'll cut her? Was that like a moment between them, or?
I don't know. She was real snooty with him. Old enough, old enough. Hope he hurry up. I was like, dang girl, okay.
And he
Why
had
we
gave her
so?
like a real stank look, like
Yeah, because
Hmm.
he was like, he said, I'm about to land a plane, I promise. She like,
Yeah,
she's like,
hurry up,
"Please
or
do."
please do.
hope you
I'm
do,
like,
Yes,
please do.
please
I'm like,
do.
And he'd be like a bitch. What? As I was
yeah,
saying,
Oh my gosh.
I'm
so
yeah.
like, Destiny, girl.
she better be
What?
careful playing with Carlos.
She does not care. She don't have no respect.
She got an attitude.
So yeah, she does have a terrible attitude. I want to thank everybody for coming through. Thank you, Richie B, for popping in,
Thank
Yes.
you for
and
having
chiming
me.
in with us. Letitia and Monique, thank y'all, thank y'all. Harold, Marquisha, the lady that won. I'm gonna tell all your business. $2,500 last night.
Ooh.
All right.
Oh, I
Marquisha
know what you're talking
Johnson.
about. I know what you're
Clicks
talking
and
about.
views. Harold, I said Harold. Tamika's Den. Thank y'all for coming through. If I missed anybody, I do apologize. I think Aries popped in too. But thank
Yeah.
y'all for coming through. We
Tika did
truly
too.
appreciate it. Nita the Diva, Shayna,
Tika on all
Tika.
things ruthless.
Rishi, Demarcus. Uh, yeah. Thank y'all for coming through. We surely appreciate it. And we're going to get out of here. Yeah, if you're sensitive, hit the like button on your way out because we really didn't give a damn today. But we're going to holler at y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.